as I kind of reflect back on the season, in the 20-plus years that I've been the defense coordinator, I don't know that there's been a better defense than the one that we had this year, and that includes our two other state teams. That this was an outstanding group of young men that, time and again, always put us in a position to win the game. So, guys, what an outstanding job you did, and again, that wouldn't have been able to occur without our seniors. Whenever you have a special season like you had this year, you can always make sure that that's due to a strong senior group. I was fortunate to have 4 seniors as linebackers. And if I had one word to describe each of these 4, it would be unselfish, because they were. Everything they did was for the good of the team and for the good of the defense. So I was very fortunate to be able to coach these 4 young men. So first one being Manny Sidhu. It's unfortunate Manny's not here to kind of hear the good work. Let me tell you something. If I had a job description that said, football position available, here's what you have to do. You have to come to workouts 6 a.m. in the morning, twice a week, then go to school, then twice a week you have to go to workouts after school, and you've got to do that for 6 months. And then for 3 months during the summertime, you have to come in here for 2.5 hours, 3 days a week and work out. And then, you have a full season of practice where you've got to show up for practice. And the kicker to all that is no guarantee that you're going to play any on Friday night. I don't know that there's many young men that have given that job description and said, yes, I'd love to do it, but Manny's the one that did, so I appreciate that. Jordan Davis. Jordan came in and he was one of our returning lettermen and was slotted to start in the middle position for us. But we asked Jordan to make a change to an outside linebacker. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but let me tell you something. It is. It's a whole different perspective, a whole new learning curve that you have to go through. And to make that when you're a senior, when you were already kind of settled into one position, but you did it for the betterment of the team, did it for the betterment of our defense, and because of Jordan's willingness to do that, we indeed were a much better defense. So Jordan, thank you. John Sparks. Early in the year, John was running first linebacker, outside linebacker, had an injury that kind of set him back at the beginning of the year. So we had an underclassman that filled in while he recovered. When John got back, what we did was we split time between John and that underclassman. And John's willingness to do that has allowed us then to be able to have some experience. There was no whine, there was no complaint. He did that for the betterment of the team. And again, we are a better team because of that attitude. And there's not very many people that I don't think would have shown the sacrifice that you did throughout the year for the betterment of this team. And I appreciate that. And from my understanding, we're going to be able to be seeing more of that on Saturdays next year. So congratulations. And my last senior is Guy Victoria. Most of you know the background for Guy that, when you make a decision your senior year to go to a different school, that's a life-changing decision. Just not a big decision, that's a life-changing decision that I'm going to give up my senior year and go to another school. I'm going to, even though God knew some players down here, but certainly I'm going to leave an environment that I grew up with, friends that I grew up with. And from day one when he got down here, I mean, it was evident that his intent was to make this a better, himself not only a better player, but a better team. He came in the off season was one of our leaders, a very vocal leader during the season. We asked guys to take over our defense in the middle and essentially be our quarterback. And he had to learn a new position. He had to learn our entire defense. He had to learn all the checks. He was responsible from game to game to make sure that we were aligned correctly, that all of our calls, were correct. And that's a lot to put on a young man that's coming into a brand new situation. So I want to tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you come in and say hello every day, and you've made this a much better team. Thanks.